Hi, it's Steve again. I'd like to talk to you today a little bit about protecting yourself from the virus. And in order to do that, I'm going to risk my life for you right here and right now. In this box is the instrument of my destruction. Please step back from the screen a little bit. I don't want you to get concerned. But let me bring this out. Easy. Oh, okay. Here we go. That's the culprit right there. And now I'm going to endanger myself. I'm going to put a little bit of Dawn soap in this water. I'm going to wash this banana. I'm going to wash that 20 seconds. But I'm going to not spend that time now. And then I'm going to rinse it. And then I'm going to put it under the shower attachment on the sink and let fresh water drain over that for about a minute. And now I'm going to do the dangerous, life-threatening thing. Because if the powers that be are to be believed, this washing this fruit in soap and water and rinsing it is somehow dangerous and detrimental to my health. The Michigan doctor that did the very nice long video of protecting and washing things and cleaning it up for his parents had a bunch of oranges and put in the sink and washed them with soap and water, rinsed them off, and figured that was good. Well, the internet didn't think so, and they said, how could you do that? You're poisoning the fruit, you know, that's not approved, you can't do that. And he writes a retraction and everything, and there's this big concern about that. But let's let a little common sense in here. If I do this, wash my hands for that 20 seconds, soap and water, rinse it, and then go floss my teeth and put those fingers in my mouth. Am I somehow in danger? If I take my eating utensils in my dishwasher, wash with soap and water, rinse that, and then eat with that, have I endangered myself in some way? If a new mother takes her child, bathes that child in Johnson's baby shampoo with soap, whatever, rinses all off, and then goes set the baby down, and the baby, as babies do, puts his whole fist right in his mouth. Is that mother, are you, anyone else, concerned that that baby is endangering himself because of some residue left by that soap on his fingers? And I happen to think, no. Now, when they jumped all over this Michigan doctor, they brought in their studies and their people and everything involved. And I want to get into that, but first I want to tell you why I'm doing this. If a guy at the grocery store puts these bananas out, but he's coughed and has virus on that and sets that on the shelf, and then I pick that up and bring it home, they're saying, well, just run water over that, should be okay. But I know that the degreasers and the soaps knock the lipid envelope off the virus and kill it. You know, so washing with soap is a much more definite thing. And I need to do that. Because if I bring that virus into my home, there are people in my house who will die. Respirator or not, treatment or not, they are going to die if this virus comes in my house. So I want to do everything I can to protect that. And if there's some residue on here that's supposedly harmful to me, I think that's a lot less of a risk than bringing that virus into my house. So back to these experts. So the TV program brings out and says, well, the United States Department of Agriculture, you know, is against this. Well, I looked at their website. And what the USDA says is washing your fruits and vegetables with soap or fruit soaps is not necessary. Not that it's dangerous or it'll kill you, simply not necessary. Now, how does the media turn that into something ominous? I don't know, but that's the authority on it, so we go to the authority and they have their standard line. Now, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, is a big bureaucracy, and they have their statement. Now I'll tell you, I'm going to chew on the FDA a little bit, but I want to tell you as a veterinarian, I know the Food and Drug Administration and the United States Department of Agriculture are the paramount leaders in the world in guaranteeing United States citizens safe food. And they do a terrific job, and I respect that in everybody that works for them. But I know that they are also a bureaucracy, and bureaucracies have weaknesses. And so the FDA has not approved this usage for this product. They have not approved that you can wash fruit with soap. Now, the way the FDA approves something is somebody asks them if it's okay to do it, and the FDA looks at data, whatever, and then makes a determination. Now, we've been washing things with soap and water for over 2,000 years as human beings, and so no company is going to spend millions of dollars on some study that shows that that's safe to do that, because we've been doing it for so long and nobody's dying from that. But the FDA, if they're asked, they can't go out on a limb because they don't have that authority. All they could say is, well, we have not approved this. Doesn't say it's dangerous, doesn't say they were asked and denied, just says, well, that particular thing we haven't approved. Draw your own conclusions, and the media does. Now, I'll give you an example of how this works in the real world. You know what these are? These are those N95 masks. Respirator mask. Before you jump on me, I bought these 20 years ago when they had problems with anthrax being powdered in the mail and whatever, and I bought those for self-protection, so they haven't denied any current healthcare worker any protection. So, but the way this works is 3M, the company that makes these, goes to the FDA and says, we have run these tests, and here's all the data on how well this filters out things, and it filters out about 95% of it, so we're going to call it N95. And we would like approval from you to sell this to our medical professionals. And the FDA looks at all the data, says, hey, you did a good job, this looks like it works, we will give you approval for that. And so they do. They start selling it to the medical profession. Well, somebody at 3M says, hey, there are a lot of people in the construction industry and they get into mold situations and dust and powders and whatever, all the time, and sawdust and things in the air that bothers their lungs, We should market this, to the construction people. So they go to the FDA again and they said, we run the data on this. This is our results. And we would like this approved for construction workers. And the FDA says, good. So we have these two products. One for the medical people, one for the construction. They're exactly the same. The pandemic comes. All of the medical ones are gone. Tens of thousands of these sitting in the construction. Same thing. Can they use them? No. Know why? Because we have too many lawyers in this country. If a hospital administrator says you can take these construction worker masks and go ahead and use them, then he's liable. And if somebody gets sick and says, I got sick because you gave me a substandard mask, it was only approved for construction workers, not medical people, and I'm going to sue you. So that is the process that gets involved with it. That is why the Congress had to pass the law saying that anybody that uses the construction mask will not be held liable, because otherwise they were too afraid, because that's what our society has done, made people afraid for that. So nobody does a study because it's considered to be safe, and we've been doing this for 2,000 years. So what I'm asking here, and the reason I'm talking to you, is you have to make some decisions in this world based upon your own gut feeling, your own common sense, hopefully backed by accurate facts, and these are pretty accurate facts. For me, I think the probability of me having some problem from this is way, way low. In fact, I will present a challenge to any medical authority, to any government agency, to come and present to me the data, the scientific data, that shows this is harmful to me. And if you show that to me, I'll take this down and apologize to everybody, but I'm not going to write that speech yet because that data doesn't exist.